Here we are at the Indiana Volvo Championship.
No. What did he say?
It's the Indiana Volvo Championship.
Why?
Because that's what it is. Just tee off.
What do you mean? Indiana Volvo what?
I'm commentating like a commentator.
Oh. I'll go with it. I'm going with the 9-iron again.
Okay, go get it. Ooh. For some reason, he has the clubs in the garage.
For bird. For bogey.
Okay. Okay, you got a lot of rotation early, coming right over the top of it.
Yeah.
I want you to forget about firing your hips. I'm going to cut your stance in half. You're really wide here. And that makes it, you need to get your left shoulder to get up here to get a forward leaning shaft, to get your divot in front of the ball. Your left shoulder needs to get to about right there. See right here, you're turning. You've got a huge angle leaning back this way.
I think the person that's hardest on it is the person that has silver. That was the first time they did it. And I think they're only going to do it last time in line. And, but, you know, the thing I felt bad about it.
And you really have, you're hanging back there. Well, most of that's because of how wide your stance is. Let's
And
get.
that's causing me to lean on my right foot.
So we're going to get your stance a little more narrow. And then your first move coming down right here, I want to get you right here to where your first move coming down, you kind of lean this left shoulder a little bit over your front foot, and now you'll turn around that front leg. There, where now you can turn and get up here around that front side. Okay? So I'm going to get your feet closer together. I want to get your feet closer together. And then I want to see if I can get you to hit the ground in front of the ball. Okay? Either one of you have it. Where'd your dad go? Do you have any questions on what I...
Nope. Everything you said makes sense.
I'm going to get what I want.
I mean, normally he lunges a lot, so we were working on. Normally he lunges and he hits so far in front of the ball.
Well, for that stance that wide, he has to have a whole lot of
Exactly.
back and forth movement. So I'm going to put you in a shadow drill. where you're going to put your back to the sun. As soon as your left side of your head gets to there, you're going to move in front. But it's only going to get just to it, and once it gets to it, you're going to turn around your front foot. Okay?
Okay.
All right. All right. Now here you are on the bubbles. Things about those.
I mean, like literally 20 minutes ago, I was like, oh, I got to order that because it's like 14 weeks lead time.
Really?
Yeah. Because the production issues with COVID and demand.
I was saying demand.
So, Christmas.
Okay, now there's good backswing. And now, as you swing down,
Yeah.
you're moving forward. And now that right foot's not flopping over. You're pulling with the left, yeah, and the left heel's going to go down because your left hip and left shoulder are turning. So your left heel's going to go down. You're going to go up on your right toe.
So that's good.
That's good.
That was one of your best swings, actually.
Yeah. Look really good. Love that right there. That is really good, Rush.
Feet are flat.
It's a really good backswing right there.
I've been trying to get him to slow down his backswing, but he keeps telling me it feels weird.
That's okay.
I like having a shorter backswing because I feel less comfortable doing a longer backswing.
Still a little back on that one.
But not as much.
Not as much.
And look at the right foot. Now it's not flopping over. He's pushing off on it.
Mm-hmm. Not really on the heel yet, but there it comes.
It's okay. He gets there.
Yep.
That's great footwork for you. You don't have that hang backwards there. Very good.
Oh yeah.
Now, it's partially because we've done this. It's also partially because being on there, you're not going to and rock back.
It would be really hard to be on your back and hit the ball. Back there, though. It's there.
Look at that. Yeah.
Pretty good.
The shadow drill is wonderful.
Okay.
I can set that up in the garage for you, buddy, with a light.
Okay.
See, that was a fuller backswing, buddy. You tell me you don't like a full backswing, but that was a full one. When you go slower.
That was really good. Now it was less than full speed because I wanted you to make a swing feeling what you made when you were doing the shadow drill. That was fantastic.
Okay.
There's no fallback. There was very little of the hang back.
Yeah, it wasn't as when we were here a couple weeks ago. He was much more forward on the one we have the video of it. It was like perfect. That one he's getting better at.
I'm rising up too. That's good.
That's great that you're rising up. You're not falling backwards.
Yeah.
You're not moving backwards and down. You're going up through it. That's what I want to see. And then that was the one right here was with your shadow drill. This is going through. Pretty good right there.
So do you want it to be 90 degrees? Around 90 degrees?
I was just drawing a line for a reference point. Good
Okay.
question.
Okay.
I was just drawing a line for a reference point so we know where you are.
What does reference point mean?
Gives us something to call it point of reference. So now there's our reference. So we can see where you are relative to where you started. If we didn't have anything there, we wouldn't know where you started.
Okay.
So now at impact, you want to be in front of that and turning around your front leg.
Okay.
So now, good, you're in front of where you started. You should be with an iron, because how else are we going to hit the ball and then the ground if we're not in front of where we start? And now you're going to turn right around that left leg.
That's what I do there.
And this one, you do a pretty good job of as you go through getting your sternum, your breastbone, over your front foot and turning. It's great.
Okay.
Rush, that's what I want to see. Do you or your dad, either one have any questions?
Nope.
I don't. I'm good.
So doing those, oh, and I also like how you started left foot, right toe. Great.
Okay.
Keep doing all of those.
Okay.
Okay. Now, there's the tee. Right there. The club's going to go outside of, but as it does, I want that right elbow to stay in. Nice. That's beautiful. That's where I want to see that golf club. That's really nice. That's beautiful right there. Mm-hmm. That's good footwork. Okay, right there is exactly what I want to see, and that's where that head cover should come out. Perfect. Good. Mm-hmm. Very nice. Okay, this right here is exactly what I want to see you doing on both screens. Standing on this doesn't let your legs get wobbly. The head cover doesn't let the arms run away. Taking it outside the tee, stopping, turning your shoulders, and then swinging the club on balance without the hips driving backwards and pulling through. It's exactly what I want to see. This is exactly what I am looking for. I have a head cover underneath his arms to keep the arms from running away, to get him to turn.
That looks really good.
How good is that? And then I want the head cover to stay in until post-impact. So right in here somewhere, the head cover is actually going to start falling out, and it should fall out in front of the tee, in front of where the ball was.
The puffy coat's probably holding out a little bit.
It is. That's fine. That's what I want to see. He's on balance. The legs aren't moving all around. That is absolutely totally. This is what I want to see. Mm-hmm.
A little back.
Very nice.
Look at this pole reference line.
He gets there.
Yeah.
Did you tell him what you did?
Oh yeah, I went on hold 10 times. Jeez.
But you know,
51.
right now, you should be playing shorter than that. Play him tees where, and every player has a different set of tees. Has a different yardage they play. Where if he hits a good drive on a par 4, if he hits a good drive, his next shot will be with a wedge.
Okay, so then it's a lot shorter than that.
If he hits on a par 5, if he hits a good drive, he can then hit a hybrid right around the green or on the green if they're just both perfect.
Okay.
Par 3s, 75 to 100 yards.
Okay.
Whatever a 7-9 iron would be. For
I mean, he
hole.
ends up hitting a lot of
So-
3-woods.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that's what he should be doing.
Okay.
Because, in my opinion, they don't learn anything. You bang, 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 learn to score.
Okay.
And then once they can break par, because golf is so much what you're used to shooting.
Right.
So then when you can break par consistently from that yardage, you move back a little bit, and you move back a little bit, because golf is all about what you get used to shooting.
Okay.
That's why I can't get across to my juniors enough that there are members here is don't play dubs every day.
Oh yeah.
Don't play dubs every day. Now, it's great if you go play what I call the wedge game, where they play it from 50 to 130, and then if there's nobody behind you, you lay balls all around the greens, because it teaches you to hit some shots around the greens that you're not faced with anywhere else. But to go play 1, 2, and 3 and get used to shooting 67s and 68s.
Okay. So you
But-
hear that? So we're not going to play from reds anymore. Okay.
okay,
It's too far.
okay.
Get used to shooting, and then when you break par 2 or 3 times in a row, then move back. Par 4,
We
move back
used to do
25 yards.
100, 150, 200,
Perfect.
which is probably a little short.
Well,
from that.
150, I'm gonna be just short of the green or on the green if I hit my drive really good.
So then, right now, it may be 100, 200,
250 or something. 150, 200.
250-ish, 300.
Yes.
Something along those lines.
Yeah, we should move in because the par 3s you end up hitting your driver, but you
No,
put
the
it on the ring.
But the par 3s, I get a lot more pars now.
Well, yeah, because
But-
you're hitting your driver that far.
But I don't want you making pars.
You want me making birdies?
I want you learning to make birdies. Now you're getting it. Now I want you to learn to make birdies.
Forgot.
Good. I love how you came in and you instantly set up what you're supposed to. Great. That's exactly what I want to see here. So you keep that tee there, and I loved how it kept moving the tee. Nice job. Now if we can just get rid of that Cubs ball marker.
Why, are you a Sox fan?
I grew up a Reds fan.
Oh, that's okay. I'm curious when I meet a Sox fan now how upset you are not with the Tony La Russa hire. Because if I was a Sox fan, I'd be livid.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Tony La Russa is a really good coach, though.
Yeah, except he's really, 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 really
Oh.
old. And the game has changed a lot.
Yeah, he hasn't been a coach in 10 years. So.
Yeah.
The only team he ever coached for was the Cardinals.
No, he coached the Oakland A's. He's actually won 3 different World Series with 3 different teams.
Yeah, and 2 of those
So
were
what we're gonna
with the
do?
Cardinals.
So what I want you to do is I want you to keep your right heel completely on the ground. You're going to finish your golf swing about right here. But I want your right heel completely on the ground, and I want your nose and your chin up on top of your front foot. it'll look like this. That's what I want it to look like. Heel on the ground, and when your right arm is parallel with the ground, your chin is up here over high and up there over your front foot. Heel on the ground, chin high and over your front foot.
Okay, so like this.
Like this.
So,
Like that right there. And I'm going to cut him a little bit. If the heel comes up, yeah, you're on the right. We're on the same page.
it's got. I mean, it's got to just for him to.
For a little bit, like you see, Noah's
Yeah.
came up a little bit.
Yeah.
Right there.
But we're not doing this.
Oh goodness, no! Because
We're just kind of doing this.
go get a club. Go
Okay.
grab a. Now, when you're hitting, you got to keep that right heel down, and let the rotation here bring that heel through. Now, that's less than you had earlier, but those first 3 or 4 before I got the camera were really good. Your thought has got to be that heel on the ground with this pushing forward and up.
So when the chest is moving forward, that's causing the heel push up.
Yeah, that's correct. Instead of back there turning, doing this, because there's no power, there's no speed, there's no anything that helps you with that spin.
Okay.
No, it's a lot less. But that right foot should still be anchored right there. Rush, just an absolutely fantastic job here. This is exactly what I'm looking for. You move to the right. You go left. But when you went left, you didn't go left with your hip. You took the buttons on your shirt, left of the zipper to get the front edge of that seesaw to go down. You paused, and now you really pulled hard with your left. Look at your head. Oh my goodness, that head just went up. Head goes up as the shoulder turns. Atta boy. Nice job. Oh, I touched it. The cups. Oh, I touched the cups right now. So, but that's really good. That's exactly what I want to see. Nice job. Now, over here, draw a line right here in the head. Good. Now, once again, watch your head. Look at there as you hit it. Your head's going up. Your shoulder's turning, and this is the important thing. Your shoulder isn't going up. Your shoulder is turning as you go. As your head's going up, your shoulder's turning around. Perfect. You're doing right there exactly what I want to see. That is absolutely a double hand pump. Do you have any questions?
No.
Because that is exactly how I want to see you practicing.
Okay.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
Well done. I want you to keep doing that. I'm going to go check. Wow. I like what you're doing. I want you to be a little more careful here. I want to put a tee in the ground here, and I want the club going outside of that tee. Where by the time this club gets here, this club's right here, I want it to be an extension of that left arm. I want it going down your foot line. Grip looks a little better. Keep working on that right hand grip. Good backswing. Nice move. Now, right now, you need to be working up. Up, not down. So, even though you're keeping your foot on the ground, you need to focus on getting your head up and over your front foot. So right there, your head should be over your front foot, not over your back foot. So that's your focus. Now, you're doing a good job. You're not spinning your hips, but as you do this, the head needs to go up and over your front foot. And that's why you keep chunking them and topping them. It's because your head is backing up, and as your head backs up, everything backs up, and then that leads to the club hitting the ground behind the ball.
Like going nowhere.
And right here, your head is over your back foot, should be over your front foot. All right? Go ahead. Okay, putting. I like the setup here. That's going right through your right forearm. I like your chin up a little bit. Other than that, we still need you to work at home on stopping it shorter on your follow through. Getting your putter going back and through the same length instead of short and really long. Which is why I put the bridge there, was to get your putter to where it stops shorter. But your path, everything there, your face, everything looked good.
Except I need to finish it and not like pull.
Well, no. You're finishing it too far. You just need to hit and hold it and not hit and bring it back when the bridge is there.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Holding it.
There. That's what I want to see, where it goes back and through almost the same length.
Okay.
Yeah. And now it's almost have the same ending point. That's really good. You see how these all intersect? All these lines cross each other at the same spot? It's really good.
Yeah.
That's really good there. So get in that setup, a little further back, a little shorter on your follow through.
Okay.
Now, your golf swing. I want your simulator turned off when you practice.
Okay.
I don't want you watching where the ball goes because you care way too much about where the ball goes. You've gotten out of your grip process. Because where do we take our grip? Well, one, the left hand goes on over here beside you, and then the right hand should be up here. So when you grip that, your right hand is way too far under.
Oh, so it needs to be like over the top way more.
Yeah, that V right here should, if I draw a line through that V of your right hand, that thing should pretty much go at your right shoulder. That club is not in your fingers. That blue line is not underneath the club.
Okay.
Now, I didn't see any practice swings. I never saw you do your drill where you stopped short. You really exaggerated your head going up. You can't just hit balls.
Well, I was trying to get my head up on those drills.
Look how far the head dropped down. And backwards. That's why I don't you care too much where the ball goes and you get too caught up into how's the contact. Look at your target. Never looked at the target.
Elbow isn't in.
Mm-mm. So using your head cover, your head drops back, face flips over. Now right now you can't hit it hard enough to hook it, but eventually you're doing this ball's going to go way right or way left. Do your exercises. Grip, number one. Number one thing is that grip.
Okay.
Number one. Number two, you're going to stop right there. And I don't want to go back any further. I want a head cover underneath that right elbow. You're going to stop right here about left arm parallel. And then from here, you're going to go through. Okay, you're great right there. You're fantastic right there. Now, what do I need? I need your head to go up and forward. So if I put I'll put a line here through your nose. As you hit this, I want your nose coming up into this quadrant. If we divided this into quarters, we have a blue one,
Yellow.
a yellow one, a red one, and a green one. As you hit the ball, your head should be moving into the blue one.
Instead, it's moving into the yellow one.
And look at your feet.
My left one is like this.
The left foot's okay.
Oh, it is.
What about the right one? What's that right one supposed to look like there?
It's supposed to be like this.
Right one is supposed to be like
Down.
that. Should be down. Should be down. Here's a... Alright, Rush, I loved your attention to detail. I loved your practice swings. Now, right here, when you're putting your right hand on the club should be straight out here in front of you, not down here. This golf club should be right there in front, right there, with the grip looking like this. And then you walk down to the ball. So you put your club in, you grip it where that club is right there. Now,
And you said the club.
correct. Now, I loved your practice swing here. I actually filmed one just because I liked it so much here. Go back. You're looking at that left wrist. Is my left wrist flat? That's what the club face should look like. And that's where I want your hands. I want to see the hands stay outside of the head. I don't want the hands getting back there behind your head. Very good. And then you had a nice move left.
Okay, because my dad tells me to get my hands like all the way back here, because he wants he wants the ball to go farther. So
Sometimes you get short, but I don't want the hands to get any further back than right there. Now you could have a little more wrist hinge, a little bit. Now once again, where the wrists get this way a little bit. That would take the club from there, and that would get it a little closer to parallel. I don't want it to get to parallel. I sure as heck don't want it to get past parallel. So somewhere right in there is actually pretty good with me right there. I kind of like that. You've made a big turn. I can see your right shoulder blade. Your left shoulder's behind the ball. Your head moved a little bit to the right. Great. But you stayed stable on this front foot. I love that. And then you make a nice little glide forward. Only thing I'd like to see is as you're doing this,
drop the hands.
that's right, the hands are dropping down to somewhere around left arm parallel.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I'd like to see. There you go. Boom. And your head's not dropping down anymore. Now it's moving forward, going up through it. Love it. Now right in here, it's okay if this right heel comes off the ground at this point in your swing.
Okay.
Not before, but right in here now it can come on and get off the ground. Post impact, post, right arm right there. That right there is absolutely fantastic. Your head's high, it's still looking at the ball. If you were hitting a ball, ball's out there, your head's following the ball. Beautiful. Really, really good practice swing right there. There we go.
And my head's over my front foot.
Mm-hmm. See right there, I don't like that because your hands are behind your head. I want to see the hands stop where they did the practice swing a little more away from your head. Now just let the arms get moved down. Now, right here, yeah. So right here, I want the arms to stop right in here with a little wrist hinge. I want the hands out here outside your head with the wrist like this. We're going to work on a little wrist hinge there. And then I want just a little move.
That was like at the middle of my head.
Right. That's all I want right here. This is all the movement you're going to have is right there.
Okay.
But as you're doing that, the arms have to drop down.
So right when my left shoulder starts moving, arms should go down.
As soon as you start moving, the arms start dropping down. That's all the move left you have. That's it. No more than that. And you keep going. Just a little move with the arms dropping. All in all, it was pretty good. Now, let's see how it looks. The first thing we talked about this morning was getting, yep, right there. If you drew a line through your left arm, your club face should almost be parallel with that line. Really good. That's what I want to see out of your club face. And your left arm position's really good. We just don't want that to get behind your head. Really good there. And then let the arms drop down with it. Love that right there.
That's textbook.
That's really good right there. So, a little wrist hinge. We'll get a little more wrist hinge right.
And then drop the hands.
And then as you move left, as you go left a little bit, we're going to drop the hands. That's all we're going to do. It's looking pretty good. Do you have any questions?
Well, yes. Because sometimes I've been feeling like I'm not like keeping my right elbow in, and I feel like I'm closing the face a little bit.
You're closing the face. Most likely it's coming from your grip being here.
Okay.
That's where that's going to come from. That's where getting this grip here and not there. So yeah, I would agree your face gets shut, but that's pretty good. Now, I don't want you stopping there.
Why not?
I want you to stop there. That's where you stop. That is really good. You've loaded up here on the front. Looks fantastic. And now from right here, I want you to turn your chest, pushing off this foot, turning your chest. I want your head going up. Right here, I want you, you're absolutely perfect. I want the head to spin around this line. It's going up the line. It's not going any further forward, but I want your head to go up from there.
And not go backward, like there.
And I go backwards, yes. Now, once again, that's too much hip, too much legs. That right heel should still be on the ground. And the right heel will start coming off the ground right in here. But nice job with your grip. That's exactly what I want to see out of your grip. And then because of that grip, it's outstanding right there. That golf club at the top, our box is too big. Perfect. That's exactly what I want to see right there. Good. So when you make full swings, the heel can come off, but I want the heel to come off the ground after you made impact. Post impact, I want it to come off. Other than that right there, everything looks pretty good. You can also hit some balls, left foot, right toe. That'll keep you from falling backwards. And then when you hit, heel on the ground, pushing up, going forward. Okay? Any questions?
Why is it really? Why is it not okay with this grip? Like my old grip.
Your old grip, because at the top of your swing, when you had your right hand way under, your club face did not match your left arm here. Your club face should match your left arm there, and right there, that club face pretty much sits right on that left arm. But with your old grip, the club face did that.
Oh.
It was closed, and then when it was closed, then you have to do some funny things to make it square at the bottom.
Okay.
That makes the ball have an inconsistent ball flight, and with the shut face at the top, you'll always be susceptible to big hooks. Maybe not at your size, but when you get that speed or faster, it'll hit big hooks or way right. Okay? I don't build golf swings for, how old are you?
11.
11. I don't build swings for what's going to happen when you're 9, 10, 11, 12. I build for what's going to happen when you get to be 16 years old and older. Because you're going to spend more of your life from 16 and over, we hope, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. Good. Good. Pretty good there. Your first move down is a turn. This club should be inside of this line right here. There's your club head. Your club head should be, there's your club head. Club head should somewhere be over here. Your first move coming down is not a move this way, but it's a turn that way.
It's a semicircle.
Yeah, and you need to be moving a little more. You need a little wider stance here. And as you start down, we don't need rotation. You turn too much coming down. Your right foot comes off the ground way too early. Backswing's great right there. In your first move, instead of taking your left shoulder over your front foot, instead of moving forward, you turn and look at your feet. Your head's falling backwards as you're spinning your hips. Your hips are fully spun right there. So you were correct when you got your head, asked for a wedge to put underneath your right foot. I was really impressed. You asked for one, but when you hit, you've got to think that that wedge is still underneath your foot. You've got to pretend that wedge is underneath your foot to keep that down, to keep the hips from turning early, which will then keep this club from being outside the line coming down.
So should I use the putter head cover to keep my elbow?
No. Your backswing here is pretty good. I like your backswing there. It's this first move coming down where you turn, so I want you, as you make your swing, I want you to back up and bend over a little bit more. You're too straight up and down. So I want you to back up, bend over,
So
and I want you to keep your right heel on the ground through impact.
And my stance needs to be wider.
Correct. That's correct.
Okay.
All right? Very good. Very good. Love the left arm, the club face. That is really good right there. Now, your first move down, I don't want you turning your shoulders and you drop the hands down. So we're going to put a laser in the end of your club, because when you get right here, the laser should point over there. Yours is pointing there. Right heel down, getting you up, keeping your hips from turning too much too early. Good. When you practice, I want you to have a board like this where you don't hit the board, and there's going to be a tee right there, which is straight back from your golf ball, and I want that club to go outside of the tee, because eventually right here we're going to work to get this club in your hands in that box.
What does that do when your hands
Your club's
are-
too far behind you there.
Oh.
You need this club in front of you.
Why is that?
It changes the angle which your club swings.
How does it do that?
Okay, because when you swing in like this, it changes the angle, where when you swing straight back, the club's on a different angle. Great. And now right here, your head needs to go up. Your head should be crashing through that. Not bad. Not bad. And you didn't overturn your hips. Good. So we're going to go straighter back, and then we're going to stop right here. Right here, I want to see a good L, like you've got, and now you're going to turn. This left shoulder is going to go behind the ball with your turn. That's going to keep your hands out there away from you. And now right here, as you're doing this, the arm should be dropping down a little bit. And now right here, swing, missing that board. Right there. Very good. So, straighter away, stop with the L, left shoulder behind the ball, move a little left, swing, missing the board.
So wait, when you move left, do you want it just straight because of the shoulder? You want the shoulder not to turn early?
That is correct.
Okay.
That is exactly correct. There you go. That's really good, Rush. That is just really good. And you didn't stop there. That was that golf swing. Now, you got out of process. I said the foot could come up, but it was post-impact. I want to see you go back, make the L. You're going to stop there at the L, turn your shoulders. You're going to stop right here, halfway down. You're going to hit it right here, keeping your foot on the ground like you did here. Good. And now the foot can come up. Now you're going to let that foot come up as you turn. That's when I want that foot to come up, and the right knee can come over here and touch your left. Now, it's better than it used to be. And that was that golf swing where you didn't stop. I also want you hitting this ball's left foot, right toe. Going back, making the L every swing. Every swing you're going to go outside of that tee. Every station has a board. Wherever you are, you will have a board. Left foot, right toe. Outside of the tee, make the L, stop. Turn your left shoulder behind the ball, and then you're going to stop right here where your left shoulder's on top here. You're going to stop right there. You're going to swing through, and somewhere after impact, you're going to let this right foot come up. The heel's going to come up, and it's going to roll over to your front foot. Okay? Go. But all in all, that looked really, 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 really good. That's a nice job. Good. And now let's get the head up. And that's why I keep hitting the board. You're great. Uh-huh. You're great early. You're fantastic right there. Fantastic. From there, I want you to turn your left shoulder and you go forward and hit the golf ball. Instead, you go into it backing up. Because at one point, your head, you're great. Now right here, your arms need to be dropping down to left arm parallel as you move forward. At one point, you're great right here. And now let's keep your head there and turn around your front foot. But right here, as you go through it, head dropping back, moving backwards, spinning.
Instead, when I need to be turning around my hips.
What? What's that?
Do I need to, so instead I need to turn my shoulders?
Yeah, you need to turn your shoulders over your front foot instead of your left shoulder going up and your head moving way backwards. Your head at one point was on that red line right there in the middle of your downswing, but when you hit it, you're way back over there. Okay, now, a little too much hip turn there. I want your shoulders to do more than your hips. Now, this is better than it's been. So I want you to keep, right here, so much better. I want you to keep doing your right foot on the ground, finishing there, but when you finish there with the short arms, I want you to finish with short arms right there, but instead of your head being back there over your back foot, I want it up there over your front foot.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why that board is really important for you. And that's why you keep hitting the board, is you keep backing up. Okay? All right. Wait, that's not too bad. And now right here, I want to see this left shoulder turn and get behind the golf ball. I'd like to see a little more turn here, the arms up a little less. It's actually pretty good right there. When I take a line and I drop it straight down from the end of the club, I need that to get behind your heel over here. I want to get it a little more over here. The way we're going to get it there is going to be with your left shoulder turning a little more behind the ball. Other than that, club face, your back of your left arm, splendid. And now right here, as you go down, we're going to work with the PVC pipe. Your first move is a rotation. You turn your shoulders, and when you do, your club gets way outside this line. Your left arm, this whole unit right here, should have moved laterally.
Like down, straight down.
Should have, yeah. As you go down, instead, your first move is a turn. And if I throw a line right here, your hand should come pretty much down this line. But your first move is you take your left shoulder and spin it, and your hands are going to go way outside this blue line I just drew.
Is that where the ball's going, right?
Well, what you're doing is you're cutting across it and making that ball spin left to right. So to keep it from doing that, just as a reference point,
I have a question. I've learned this new technique where I take my toes up because it most of the time it prevents me from doing this, like coming across. Do you think I should keep doing that?
oh,
Okay.
so just as a reference point, watch his hands. So his hands went right down that line. Look at his shoulders. Look at what shoulder we see right there. Look at his chest. His hands are pretty much where yours are. We don't see any of your chest because you've gotten here turned. As you start down, I'm going to put a stick across your shoulders. Right here, from here to the ball, from here to your first move down, your arms are going to drop this way because your shoulders are going to do this. You're going to go there as the arms drop down. You're going to work this way. What you're doing is that. Mm-hmm.
We're working on trying to keep that club pointing more right.
It's really good there. Perfect. Really good here. Now this first move from right here, that's good. I want a little more move left. I want a little more move left before you turn, because you start turning early. I'd like to see it swing out to the right a little more.
Do you still want me like stopping like right here, like with the L?
On the backswing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Right here, you should be in front of that line with your left shoulder. Going forward, not backing up. So I want you to go back to left foot, right toenails. And right here, your left foot's completely in the air. So I'm also going to go out there and put a sand wedge underneath your left heel, because I want this left heel to be down right there as you go through the ball and not hanging back. And that's why you kept topping the ball, is you hang back, your bottom's back here of your swing, and you're doing that at the ball. Well, you hit up on the ball, you're going to roll it every time. So left foot, right toenail, and I'm going to put a sand wedge underneath your left foot. Your first move coming down is you're going to step on that wedge, and then you're going to turn around that wedge, not going up on your toes, hanging backwards. Okay?
Okay.
All right, Rush. Now, we talked about your right hand grip because you were back in here with making a fist. Remember, when you put this on, 1, 2 goes here, 3 doesn't go under the club, it goes down the shaft a little bit.
Okay.
Not all the way down, but it goes down and it curls under, where there's a little separation in that grip between here and here. Okay? Now, and the reason for that is club face. Now, I like the direction your club was going back in. Club was going back to look really good. There's only one problem. Face was getting shut. And right there, that toe of the club should be up in the air a little more. Now your face is shut again. And that's coming from where you had that right hand grip.
Yeah.
So really pay attention to that. We worked on that out there. Now, nice job turning your shoulders. And I wouldn't tell a lot of people to hit balls in flip-flops. However, I like what it's doing for you because it doesn't let your legs get real active. Now, take a look right here. And
So should I bring them next week?
Bring them. Yes,
Okay.
bring them. Now, that's getting that face, and that's coming from your grip.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't let your legs get real active. So,
Because my heel's staying on the ground there.
that's correct. Because it's unstable, you're not using your legs as much. I may have learned something from you today. I might have to get a pair of flip-flops for some people. Okay? It definitely stabilizes the lower body. Okay? So I want you to keep hitting there with...
Flip-flops on.
Oh, you gotta wear 'em. I want you to keep making sure this grip is correct. Okay? get that grip correct.
Okay.
And these was good, but then you went back into here. Let's get this a little more like that. Grab that second club right there. And take your grip. Let me see it. 1, 2. Yeah, with this down the shaft a little bit. Yep, just like that. Not in there making a fist, but with this down the shaft. No, don't. There you go, right there. And this is going to curl under a little bit. That's what I will see out of your right hand. If you do, your club face cleans up. All right?
Okay.
Club face is kind of a big deal in golf. All right?
It determines what direction the ball will go.
Very good. You're smarter than some of the people I know they're trying to teach. Nice job, buddy. Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, would you still recommend me doing the shadow drill?
Yes.
And what I've been trying to do today, before I hit shots, is how I'm making like a checklist in my head. So like I'll say like do the grip process, and then like not stiff arms, and then like shifting the left shoulders, and then like your head like going like up at the end.
Love your checklist.
Okay.
Love it. And then when you do, you can hit some balls less than full speed, which then gives you a better chance to do your checklist when you hit.
Yep.
All right?
Yep.
Nice job. Really good attention to detail right here in how you take your grip. That is taking the right hand grip in the proper spot. I like you a little closer to the ball, and I want this knee flex to come out. That's too much knee flex. Knees taller, but to get taller, you have to get closer to the ball. Your hands, if I drop a line right here, your hands should be on that line, and it should go through your toes. Good. Very good. The club face should match that left forearm. If I draw a line through that forearm, pretty much perfectly matches the club face. Very good. Now, right here, you're turning too early. And because you're turning too early, the club gets across the line. Comes in outside. You're going to swing outside in from here. So to keep from fading it, you're going to back up and really work hard to hold the face open. But that's not what I want. I want this club turning over. So we're going to work today. Now that you've done a really good job there, your first move down should be with rotation. Should be without rotation. You should move your chest toward your left shoulder toward your front foot. As you move forward, the angle of your shoulders is going to be on an angle to your target line, not turning and getting parallel or across it. Pretty good. So, what do I mean by that? Go ahead and take your dress position. I'll turn around, go the other way. There you go. Now, take it to the top. Imaginary club at the top. Now, let's go backwards here. Now, here comes your first move coming down. I want you to work this way as the arms drop down. You're going, instead of turning, I want you to go this way, but as you're doing this, your arms are working down as your shoulders move over. Now left arm parallel, now you can go ahead and spin and turn through. Okay? So your first move coming down, so take the baseball. Your first move, I want you to take your left shoulder over your toes. Hit the baseball, your first move is this. Hitting your golf ball, first move is here, with the arms dropping down into here. Okay?
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a noodle on the stick right here, and your first move is you're going to move and let that drop right in there. Okay? Any questions?
No.
All right, I'll be right over.
Okay.
All right, Rush, this is a complete redo of the video because I didn't hit record. But I like right here the shaft. I like your left arm, I like the club shaft. What I don't like is your club face. Like we just talked about, your club face there, the thumb should be on top of the club, the toe of the club should be pointing up in the air. See where the club toe is?
Yeah.
So that's what I want to see. You've got a better club going back than he does. Right there, your thumbs are a little to the side. Club face is shut. Look at the difference in his club face. That's what I will see the club face look like at the top. Okay. Now, it's not coming from your grip. Your grip's not perfect. Your grip's not perfect. The right hand could be a tick more than fingers, a tick more over. But that being shut, a lot of it is how you're taking it back. So we're going outside of that T with the toe of the club working up. Thumbs are on top of the shaft. Once they're on top here, the right elbow is close to your body. You're going to point the right thumb, point the thumbs up in the air. And now you're going to turn it to the top with your thumbs underneath. And then you'll have a club face that looks more like Dylan's. And trust me, you'd like this club face to look more like Dylan's at the top than you would that one. Okay?
Yeah.
Any questions?
No.
Okay? Uh-oh. Face is shut. Now, why is your face shut?
Because I'm not grip.
Yep. You're not into doing your process on how to grip it, and your right hand's gotten underneath again. Go through the steps of putting the number ones underneath the club. Number ones go underneath the club. Number two goes on top of the left thumb. Number three goes down the shaft a little bit. Number four goes on the left side of the shaft. Then, and then only do we get to number five. And number five then is going to rest here or on the club. That is really important because your whole swing will change based on where that club face is because you're going to want to try to make the ball go straight. And you see just a little bit of that club face up the top right there looking right at the sky because of that right hand grip. And now you can't go forward because if you go forward and do what you're supposed to, this is going to be a low hook So now your head's going to have to go, whoops. Your head's going to have to do that, back and down. And your left shoulder has to go up. It's the only way you can hit that ball with that hook. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Wait, should I I don't understand how the second part's supposed to. Is it supposed to go like over like that?
Number 2 goes on top of the thumb.
So like that.
Number 1's go underneath, and then number 2 goes on top of the thumb.
And then number 3 goes like up here.
Number 3
Yeah.
goes down the
looks
shaft.
around.
Thumb goes there. Now, how's your left hand go on? That left hand's way over here as well. How do I take a grip with the left hand?
I've never really done anything with the left hand.
Okay, we have. Put in your fingers right there. Left thumb, barely on the right side, goes right up there in front. There, boom. Cool. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Goes on top of that. Boom. There.
Instead of like that.
That's correct. 1s are underneath. 1s are completely underneath. 2's on top. 3 and 4. And then 5, whatever's left, goes there.
Okay.
Alright. Go. Now, Michael?
Oh, he's going.
Oh, no, he's right behind you.
Oh.
Matt?
Man, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm sorry. And that's why we're working on the grip and the club face. Because if he swings down from there, now partially, look how you're holding the club when you grip it.
Oh. Already off to a bad start.
You think?
That's a good answer.
Uh-huh. So when you're holding this club right here, when you grip it with your left hand, before the right hand goes on, you put it right there and you check to see the club face, then the right hand goes on.
Down like here at your waist.
That's correct.
So when you're here,
When you pull it right there, the first thing you do is you check where's that club face. If the club face is good, then
you got your
can.
club face like that, and,
Yeah.
and then you go like that, and now you're gonna
It's going to go anywhere. Now your body has to work really differently to square this face than it does to square a good face.
I can tell how open my face is from just a single.
Was that open or closed?
It's open.
That's closed.
Wait.
Closed.
Oh yeah, that is closed.
Yes, it is looking right at the sky in both videos.
it needs to be more like this.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Where?
That's correct. If
See how
you
this is down?
if you draw a line through, if you had a little more wrist hinge there, yeah, there we go. Perfect. Great. Now, if we took a line and we drew a line through that, your club face should match that line.
So you're
It doesn't.
Oh no.
That's what it should look like.
Uh-huh. That's what the face should look like. So now if I draw this through that forearm, it matches that his club face perfectly. It's one of my adults. He played the state am this year.
so you're up here like this
When I
instead of
seen
like
it,
this.
I seen
You shouldn't even see the face basically because it should all align.
That's right. It should just be right off that
See how you
shaft.
can't even see
Yeah.
the face?
Yeah.
It's right in line.
Well, that's for him. There's some people you can see the face because their left arm is lower.
Right, because you're down
Like
here.
a Kucher.
You're
A
down
Kucher, me, Ben, looks like our faces are shut because our left arms are low. Okay?
Okay.
And also I want a tee back here where you're taking the club back outside of the tee, keeping that arm close. Thumbs up on top, thumbs up, thumbs under.
Should I put a putter head cover under?
Um, you don't have to. Yeah, you can, but also you can hit some balls. And if your dad says, Rush, your face is shut, you kind of gotta listen.
And go slow down at the top so I can see it. If you pause at the top, that wouldn't be a bad thing. Just to
And after a while, you'll get to where you'll see it.
yeah. It's just he goes so fast up there, I can't see it.
Oh, his you can. You just look at the top and look at. In fact, what you do is you don't follow the club up. You just put your eyes there to begin with,
Okay.
and then you see that face. You'll see the face get shut.
Okay. Okay.
Good. Yeah. Now, if I draw a line through your forearm, it matches your club face. Very good. Now, this is what I want it to look like. I want the club to point over here a little bit. It's easier to come down from the inside for most people. But I drew a line through that club, through the forearm, it all matches up. Matches up nicely. Okay, really important. Now, you're coming inside too much. Even though there's a tee down there, as soon as you clear that tee and you get here, it goes whoof, boom, right around. So we're going to go to the barn, and I'm going to take a soccer ball. I'm going to put it on your butt. And I want you not to drop the soccer ball, and I want you to make swings to shoulder height where you don't hit the barn. Don't swing down, just make back swings. Okay? So go grab a 7-iron and meet me on the back side of the barn. Hi, Rush. Your backswing's looking really good here. Your downswing, though. Whoops. Okay. But everything to there looks pretty good. Now, I'm going to grab another video. That one got grabbed in the middle of it.
I've been working on like going like this instead of like coming all the way around and like that.
We put a head cover there just above your elbow. You could bend over just a little bit, but that's not that big of a deal. That's not what's causing this. Great backswing. You're making the L, and then you're turning. Very nice. Now, your first move down,
Turning.
is a big rotation. Where's the right foot supposed to be? Right there.
On the ground.
On the ground. So here you are doing your practice exercise. Whoa. Good. Elbow falls, wrist hinges to your turn. Beautiful. That's what I want to see at the top of your swing. That is great, and nice job with your grip because we have a good club face. And with you, this is the first place I'm always going to check, or at least I'm going to check for a long time to make sure that you have a good club face up there because that's really important. Now, as you start down, I want you to move into that front side, but as you do, the arm drops down, club head comes a little from the inside, and this is where I want you to stop. I want you to stop right there, left arm parallel to the ground, and you'll stop there.
When you mean move to my front side, you mean like shift?
And shift your buttons on your shirt in front of the zipper on your shorts to your front side. That's what I mean right there. And then from there, now, right here, you can swing from there, and look where the club is. Now this club's coming down from the inside like it should be. Okay? Now, this is what it should look like in real time. Now he's been at this a little longer than you have. So it should look like this. Now he's going to turn. Now from here he's going to turn. There's his turn. Here's his first move. Now his first move, he's not turning. Arm drops down. Now right in here, William can start turning. Club comes down from the inside with a turn. That's what I'm looking for out of you, okay? Do you have any questions?
No. Well, one, should I work on keeping my right heel down, like doing that drill that we used to do with the right heel?
What do you think?
With this sandwich?
What do you think? Good idea. Very good. Good catch. Okay. Oh. Need a tee back here. I want the club head to go outside of the tee.
Okay.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. It's getting a little inside. I like the club face. Now right here, you're going to move into the front side. Hips are turning. Shoulders stay back. Look at that golf club. Nice job. Now, I don't know if you're on your front foot there. We're going to find out. Yes, sir. Really good. And now, I like this, but I want your head to moving forward now as you hit it. I want the head to go up and forward as you hit it from there. So you keep your head back and down too long. As you hit the ball, your head should be moving forward, and when you hit the ball, I want your eyes to follow the ball as the ball leaves your club. Let's go forward. Okay. So, what do I want to see? I want to see you hit some balls with your left foot on the ground and your right foot on your toenails. Not like this, but on your toenails. So if you hang back like this, you'll be off balance. But your grip, your club face, this first move down. Everything looks good. I just want to get you further forward and up, and not with your head back and down. And right here, when you get to left arm parallel, this, you should already be back on that line with your left shoulder. Okay?
Send in the middle, kind of.
Yes. That's another thing this left foot, right toenail is going to do for you.
It's gonna make me want to do that.
It's going to make you have to go forward, yes. Okay? Now, you're getting right back into your feet. Now, you have a lot of movement in this back foot. As you go back, watch your right foot. You go to the outside of the foot. And now you're way back there behind the ball. That's why I put you on the bubbles. Okay? So as you go back, I want you to keep more pressure on your right big toe and also on the inside of that knee. I want you to have some pressure where you're stabilizing, where you're keeping that from moving, okay? You can do the seesaw exercise. You can do the bubbles. Left foot, right toe. And make sure your right toe is on the toenails, Miss Hannah. On the toenails, like that. When you guys do that left foot, right toe, don't rock back on the toes. I want it on the tiptoes, right there on those toenails. Okay? You can keep a sand wedge underneath your right foot, stopping short. All those exercises we did in the summer. Nice, beautiful takeaway. That's gorgeous. See, I like that. Backswing, okay, forget what we talked about here. From there up, golf swing looks really good. But when the lower body's moving around, it's going to be hard to be consistent. And competitive golf is about being consistent. Okay? All right. So you know what you need to work on, and you have some tools that you know what to do to keep from doing it. Okay? Any questions?
No.
I thought your putting work was fantastic. Once you hit some balls, left foot, right toe, to keep you from backing up on it. And the big thing is, worked on this left-hand grip a little bit because your face was shut at the top, and it's going back right there, looking down at the ground. Right here, I'd like to see that toe up in the air. I'd like to see that golf club right there. I'd like to see that toe. I'd like to see that toe working like this and not like that. You see the difference there? Okay. And then as you go up there, now your club face is shut. And now everything from there is going to be a compensation to get that club face to go straight. You're going to be doing a lot of funny things, backing up to get that to go straight, because if you swing down like you properly should from there, ball's going way left. Okay. And now you're really pulling hard on this handle this way to try to get that face to square up. and then you get way back, leaning backwards with a lot of hips driving forward to bend to get the face to go straight. So left hand grip and then working, stopping right here, looking where's your club face with a little hinge instead of going it back where the face is dead shut going back. All right? You follow what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, come on, Rush.
Those are corrected now. But he was very good about not a concern about this and batting being a problem.
No,
He's like, it's the same swing. One's horizontal, one's down. That's
The
only
ball's on a different plane. I said the same thing. I actually teach a kid whose father is a high level. That's what he does. Is he coaches hitting and travel teams. That's what he does. And his son comes in and like this is after we worked. Toe in the air. Get that toe up in the air, right there. I like the left arm. It was right down your target line. Club head slightly outside of it. Great. With a little fold in the right elbow. Beautiful. And now, elbow's going to fold as you turn. And what we're looking for, Matt, is we're looking for the club face to be parallel with the left forearm.
that's what's right there.
Yeah, which is right there. I had my wife and kids were out of town, so I had a couple buddies over, and we drilled stakes and watched basketball, and then looked at golf swings all night. And one of the things I was talking to them about, everybody thinks that club face is open and that club face is shut. I'm going to say they're both square because they're parallel with the left forearm. What I don't want to see is this and this, or this and that.
Okay.
Okay, but since Dustin Johnson plays from there, how many do? So right here, if you drew a line through his left forearm, the club face will just about match it. My word, that's square.
Is he looking in a mirror there?
Oh no, he's looking back at me for some reason.
No, I'm making sure that
Okay.
this left hand was relaxed, like where it should be. That's fine.
But at least he looked down at the ball before he swung. So many do that and they don't look down at the ball. They just swing and try to find it. See, great picture of the left forearm and that club face. Now I know that feels funny, but that's where it needs to be. Now,
Yeah.
and the right toenails doesn't let you fall backwards. Okay. Now, then I had you swing one without it.
I have a feeling this was going to be bad.
Well, okay. I don't care where the ball goes. I'm looking, okay, you got, first thing we talked about, okay, you just nailed it. That's good. Perfect picture of the left forearm and the club face there. Great. Yeah, more backwards and down than you were here.
Yeah.
So, as I want you making swings where you stop right here, and then from there I want you to go up with that shoulder turning, okay? But the number one thing is that both hand grip and the club face.
And that's going to increase his power too, isn't it?
Mhm.
Greatly.
Especially as he gets a little older, because he's not going to be protecting left.
I've been working on that too, coming up and through, and it's kind of a game changer.
Oh, it's,
So kind of like this.
here you go, Rush. And see
There you
right
go.
here,
That's
and right
better.
here, you're not bad right here. You need to keep going forward and up. You need to
Yeah.
lift left shoulder to get here, And now you're going to start going backwards and down. How hard could you throw a ball if you threw it like that?
Not hard and not far.
That's why we're doing left foot, right toe. That's why we're doing the shadow drill.
Yeah.
Your head is like that,
Yeah,
and it should be like this.
Yeah.
that's right.
See
So
the difference?
Yeah.
the shadow drill that we've done when you get outside with your head and that one's huge for you. As
Yeah.
well as, that's why I've got you on a board right now. Really important right here that you take your left hand, I love the left hand, you just let your left arm hang. That club, the left hand goes on just like that. Love it. The right hand is taken right in front of you like you're doing. And because you have a good grip process, your club face now matches your left forearm. Great. Now, I fully expect your golf ball to go over here, because you don't have to square the face from there. Because you're used to squaring a face that looks like that at the top instead of that. You're used to squaring as you do your drills. Let's see if this is. That's good too. You're used to squaring a face that's normally shut. And that is outstanding right there. It's the one thing I like right here. As soon as we get outside, we're going to put this noodle back there to make sure that you keep coming down from the inside. You're not spinning your hips too much. It's a pretty good club face there. The club face was late. There's your golf ball, even though your target line's over there. That's okay. So what are we going to do to work on that? Now, where the ball goes is completely secondary to me. To number one is the grip process. Number two is keeping a tee back here, the club going outside of it, toe working up. Right there. That is the second thing that I want to see. That's really good. Hips turn just a little early. I don't mind that. Your arms swing a little high. I'm going to put a towel underneath your elbows. And I want you just to make some swings where you go to here. You're going to stop. You're going to stop pretty much at the L. You're going to stop pretty much at the L over here without ever dropping that towel. Instead of the arms coming out and up like this, which opens your face, I want you working a little more this way where the face squares up. Okay?
Okay. Is that on the backswing or when we finish?
Both.
Okay.
You have the towels going to be right across you, holding it like this with your elbows. All right?
We extended for.
Now, you asked when I said you were too far from the ball, you said, really? Yeah. Your hands should be hanging right here underneath your shoulder right there. You take a line from the base of your neck right there, it should hit your left hand. Now, if you walk in differently, so you make your practice swing great, and when you walk in, you put your feet down and then the club. if you would put the club down and then walk in with your upper left arm right on top of this rib right here, right on top of your left pec. You know where your pectoral muscle is? It's that muscle right there. If you put your upper left arm on top of your left pec, you'll be in the right spot. Club, feet. Base of the neck, into his toes, going through his left hand. Okay? Now, I love your grip process. Grip looked pretty good. The left hand is better. Club face up there, very nice. Beautiful move there. Lovely practice swing. Love the process. I just want you to clean up your process on how you walk in. I love the fact that I didn't have to tell you. You just slapped the tee in the ground. Great. Well done. Yeah, not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Especially considering you're so far from the golf ball and your posture's so out of whack.
Not leaning back as much either.
No, no. I want you doing the exercise I just told Michael. Have him show it to you. The one where you put the club on the stick and you hit the ground in front of the stick.
Okay.
Any questions? Pretty nice.
Can you review the how to step into it again?
Yeah. Yeah. So here's what I want you to do. You're gonna take your setup. Let's grab a ball here. It's real simple. You take your setup. You take your grip just like you're doing. We're not gonna change any of that. That portion's great. So when you walk in right here, you put the club down. You notice, look at my feet. My left arm is on top of my left pec. Here, left arm on it, and then I walk in like that. Boom. There's my setup.
But do I like grip it in the air?
Absolutely. That process doesn't change.
Okay.
That process doesn't change. That's already happened here, here, there.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to change that because that's so important because that'll keep you from getting the wrong grip.
Alright.
I'm a huge, huge, huge believer that the club should be gripped somewhere between here and here, somewhere in this window right there. You're doing a great job with that. Keep that up. To take care of.
Okay.
And now you see why I put the noodle out there after you hit, after we filmed you. So you're just turning early instead of moving into the left side, letting the arm drop. You're rotating early. It's bringing the club way outside, coming down. Okay. So I put that noodle one club head back on the target line, right on the shaft plane. So your dad knows where to put that, where to put the noodle when you practice.
One club length, you mean?
A little more, no, one club head, one full club length
Yeah,
And if you want a club head, if you want a club shaft length and a half, that would be okay.
Okay. Yeah, you said club head. I was like,
One club length.
Okay,
One club length.
that's really close.
Other than that,
Yeah.
it actually looks pretty good there, Rush. So all I want you to do is do what we've got out there. If you need to drop the right foot back, great. And then go to the tree.
Okay.
Okay? And have fun Tuesday.
Okay.
That's the most important part.
That's right.
That's the part that she doesn't understand as being an athlete, that you really shouldn't worry about not performing and crying and being upset about it. You shouldn't cry and be that upset about something you did because you failed. It's not that big of a deal.
Well,
You're gonna fail.
it's because one of my teammates was just upset because of the way he pitched in the third inning. So
Right, and
he
the
got
coach
all
was said,
upset.
you,
You need to
and
suck
we had
it
a
up.
conversation. Mom said you should be able to own your feelings, and if those are your feelings, and I said I understand that.
Doesn't.
That
it's
is
not
true,
the way
but
it
the
works
point
in
is,
sports.
well, it's not that important.
Yeah.
You
You
should
just gotta
want to
put
try.
it like
You
that.
should want to try and do well, but it shouldn't get you so upset that you cry. Because again,
Well,
you
is
gotta
it
let it
okay
go.
that you cry if you like lose a championship, or do you want to forget that?
Yeah, maybe that's a bigger deal. But this was some game that was.
It's not that big of a deal.
And
Actually, no game should be a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
that's true. Coach Kevin's a U.S. Open or NIJA event. It's the same thing.
That's right.
Yeah, it's
Now,
still
look at the
golf
look at the difference here in the loft that was set. Now, when you walk in, what I want to see is I want to see the loft set first. So you set the loft on you that you want to hit. We've identified we want to hit a blue target. So to hit the blue, we set the handle of the club behind the club head. And then we position our body where that is at
For your tummy.
our belt buckle. Then you lean forward, handle back. You stay around the front side. Turning through, letting that club do the work. Don't try to scoop it up. Let that club do the work to pop it up.
Okay.
Where you sit with those hands forward instead of backwards. You get them leaning a little further forward at impact. Whoops. And now your head has moved back because you're trying to get that ball in the air. Everything you're doing with your club is to hit the ball low, and then your body's working to try to counter that. So let's keep that club pointing backwards. And if you set this club backwards the way it's sitting, you're not going to take a divot, because the back part of the club is not going to take a divot. When you see divots, that lets you know that you move the hands forward and you use the leading edge instead of the back edge.
Okay. Well, before we took the video, I was doing a better job of not taking divots. I was doing a better job.
Yeah, he was doing better just now.
Yeah.
Because I want a wedge underneath your right heel. And I want you to put a stick. I go out there and get one. Get a couple sticks. We have electrical tape on. And once you hit in front of that stick 3 times in a row, then you're going to put that stick a club head length behind the ball, and you're going to miss that stick as you hit the golf ball.
Okay.
You know how we did the board?
Yeah, I did that drill before. Something like that.
Okay, that's all I want you to do, because everything else looks really good. I love the left arm, the club face there. The grip looked good out there. Club's really good right there on that right forearm. Now, I just don't want you to hang back. You hang back because you're firing your legs, your legs fire well ahead of your upper body. So we're going to go back to the wedge underneath the right heel, and then when you hit, I want you to keep the right heel on the ground. Okay? Do you have any questions?
No.
Because other than that, this looks pretty good.
Okay. He's trying to hit it hard.
I don't know, but he is way over the top. Backswing, good.
A couple of NYJA tournaments
Mm-hmm.
the last couple of weeks, and I've videoed them all and edited them. I don't know.
When he's practicing, I want you to keep a noodle down there like I have set up there.
For the old. Okay.
Because he's really good there. And then his first move is just a big spin. Move forward. It's all rotation.
Should we work on the board too
Um,
to get him left?
Well, if I keep my elbow in, then they'll probably keep me.
The right elbow in.
Because when I'm turning, that's causing me not to go forward.
Okay. Yeah. I think he's trying to get extra power. Weird. I would say he's feeling more confident and wanting to hit it farther, so then he's forgetting all the mechanics and trying to swing.
so that's why I put the noodles up. Yeah, he's not moving forward enough. He's just standing on that back foot.
Right. And this might be a little of baseball coming back out too, all the baseball training.
So what I want is I want you to keep the noodles up like we've got them out there.
Two of them?
One, yeah, I want one outside the target line. Set it, turn, and then I want him to move that left shoulder forward to start down to miss that noodle. Also, on the short game, I want him to be a little more self-aware of what's going on. I watched him hit a full set. Every ball was short. And halfway through the next set, when I walked over, every ball was short again. At some point, we've got to realize that, oh, I keep leaving it short. I'm going to do something different.
Okay.
Rather than doing the same thing, expecting a different result.
Well,
I was just focusing on getting it through the hoops, though, first.
Oh, okay. Because one of the things we're struggling with is ball position on the chips.
On the shot. That's,
And I'll tell him, you know, hey, we need to loft this one, so we're going to have it forward, and he moves it forward like this much.
well, that's what we're talking about. We set the loft first.
Right.
And then you walk into
Right.
it.
But he's like moving it forward. Like when I say forward, he moves it forward like
An
this
inch.
much. It's
Yeah.
like, I'm like, no, forward.
And then that's where let him hit it. And then go, okay, was that as high as you wanted to hit it? Then we need to add more loft
Yeah.
and more loft.
Yeah, we need to do more practice on the range. That's the problem. We're kind of doing this in game tournament in
No.
So I'm trying to correct it like so it actually
Much more practice
range.
time than on the range. Yes,
Okay, so we got to be more range time.
Okay.
it's like with our all stars. We've started our all. That's too much knee flex.
Okay.
Almost zero knee flex.
You seem to be getting very shallow with the club. That one's not bad.
Plus, nowhere close to shallow.
Well, that one wasn't.
I mean, that's over the top.
That one,
I would rather see him 2 inside out right now
okay.
than that. We're gonna put the noodle back up there.
That one was not shallow, but the other one's way, it was like,
All right, we're gonna go back with the head cover underneath. I don't want the arms overextended there. Pretty good footwork from there. I don't mind that. When Ryan finishes with that soccer ball, I'm gonna put that soccer ball right here. I want to keep this right knee in place. I don't want this right knee moving out. We want to keep that in line here.
Okay, so I'm swaying.
No, you said that, I didn't. Hip's not too bad, but if you take a look, and I drew a line from your right knee. You've taken your right knee and moved it outside of your hip.
so you're kind of blowing it.
So I'm gonna put that soccer ball right here in between your legs. We're gonna keep, this is gonna keep the distance the same between your knees. What you're gonna do, you're gonna keep it here, you're gonna go there. And then once you move your left shoulder in front, we're gonna keep it here. And now right here, I want you to drop the soccer ball. How are you gonna drop the soccer ball when you get there?
Because my leg.
By taking the left hip, left knee, turning it left. Now that's how you're gonna drop the ball. This is gonna help you with your rotation.
Okay.
But I want to keep those knees in place. I want you closer to the ball, taking the knee flex out.
So you leaning back a little still too?
It's better than it was.
Marginally, if he is right there. It would be hard to get the knees out there and then to get on top of it, though. That's a pretty good job there, though. If you'll keep that stick back there, that'll take care of what little's there. Big thing I want to do is take that white soccer ball, put it between your knees. Left shoulder gets behind the ball. You're going to lead to about left arm parallel. You're going to stop. And then at that point, you're going to take that left knee. Once you get here, and that's going to drop. Here you go.
Watch him rush.
Yeah.
That's going to drop that ball. You're going to want to drop the ball this way. It's here. There is how you're going to drop it.
So get on the outside of your foot.
Do that again. Take it up there. Halfway down. And now drop the ball. There.
Sounds good.
So
what
it's the
you'll-
motion of this that's gonna cause it to
The
fall.
left hip.
Yeah.
The left hip and the, so what you're gonna have to do, Matt, is you may have to have him make some practice swings, putting the club across his shoulder, put your finger on the outside of his right knee. So
Over
it
here?
does, yes,
So he doesn't go this way? with
that's
it?
right.
Okay.
And then you'll have to watch to make sure that he doesn't start squatting this way to drop it.
Yeah, well, I'll be behind him, so I'll just use one of the aim sticks on his right leg.
And then when you do that, you'll have to put it on the inside when he's actually hitting.
Okay.
Are his knees bent too deep to begin with when he first starts?
Yes, I said he's got too much knee flex.
Yeah, okay.
And that'll help too, because he'll be a
Right.
little.
That's not necessarily going to keep the where that's coming. I don't know. Maybe he's been watching some Elvis videos. I don't know.
Little hip action in the room.
Hire, by the way.
Thank you.
Bring
It's
your.
so
I need a
lovely to meet
phone.
you.
I need a phone to airdrop this to.
Oh, you're doing that?
What length? What pace? Good long look. Good long look. It's hammered. No. Oh, it's not. Get up. Oregon. Eyes back. Now, that's great flow. Where the ball goes in or not, I don't care. That's the flow I want you to have. That's how I want your eyes to work back to the ball. Get there, make your stroke.
Oh, missed it. Oh no. Oh no. No. Can he hit it? Yes, he can.
So what do you think you need to do?
The wedge under the heel.
Feet a little closer together, wedge underneath the right heel. Exactly right. Nice job with your upper body. Now, I like to clean this lower body up where that left knee isn't doing that either. I like that left knee straight, but when the legs are pushing that hard this way, your knees are pushing harder that way than they are turning, so that you don't get that push with that front knee straightening. Okay?
So the
And that's
bend is
also-
not good, but we still want him to open it up, because
Mhm.
he wants this twisting.
Oh,
Open it up, but not-
that's what
but
he
not-
means by open.
Here you go. Let the hip turn, pushing this way with that right heel barely coming off the ground. I don't want the knees going that way.
Oh, okay.
I don't want the knees driving here. I want the heel on the ground, and I want you driving up,
So
not
like this.
that way with your knees. No, because you're
Okay,
going,
wait.
because you're doing it that way. And that's
No, wait, how much is it?
Keep it
No, I
on.
did.
No, you didn't.
It's like that.
no. I want it here.
Down. Oh.
Look at his heel doesn't, there you go, it's better.
Yes,
So,
that is correct.
Oh, okay. I thought you could lift it up after you made contact with it.
You hadn't made contact yet, and
Yeah.
the foot's
yeah,
way
yeah,
off the
I
ground.
know.
Now your posture was good. Like the posture.
So does he need to like maybe flex the knee down a little more so that he has room to come up?
Yeah, he's got plenty of room to come up.
Okay. Well, okay, yeah, there.
Mm-hmm. That's what it should be. That's the way it should be right there. And now it's pushing up and not turning as much, not as much lateral drive with the legs, but
Lateral
No.
means sideways.
pushing up with that shoulder turning. So heel back on the ground, feet closer together.
I'm getting to my left side though.
Better, yes. Now let's see if we can do it using the ground to help us create some speed.
Okay.
So feet closer together, heel on the ground, stopping your golf swings right in here,
Oh, so okay.
stopping right in there. And I like how the legs straighten, but I want that to happen pre-impact,
Pre-impact.
not post-impact.
So do I do those like 50-yard shots?
Hit low shots, hitting them really low, hitting them hard, stopping hands just past your leg with the leg straight, with you tall, with that heel still on the ground, the right one,
Okay.
both of them.
Okay.
Now, if you're hitting driver and you're up here on your toes because you pushed up and gone this way, great. It's too hard to do with an iron.
Yeah. My dad says the driver is different than the iron. He says it's okay with the driver.
Oh, absolutely. 100% agree. 100% agree with him.
It's on a tee.
That's right. And we're not trying to hit the ball on the ground, we're trying to hit the ball first. And not hit the ground. The low point has already happened with the driver. Okay?
Okay.
Oh, I need a phone. We'll airdrop this to you.
Yeah. Let me grab it.
Feet closer together. So what he's doing right here is he's, instead of moving his left shoulder up here, he's spinning it.
Mm-hmm.
He's spinning right off the top, and that's getting his club outside in coming down. It's great right there. I mean, that's beautiful. And now I want him to take his left shoulder at that X, keeping the shoulders parallel to the intended path line, which would be something like this, to left arm parallel. Now he could start turning.
Yeah. So everything's just happening too fast up top.
It's rotating way too early. And then when it does, it gets out and across.
Well, and that's why I'm concerned about the finger, because it seems like he's getting a little flippy.
Yeah, that's not gonna, he's gonna flip it because of left shoulder, because now he's gonna have to back up.
Okay.
And then when he backs up, head's moving backwards. Now the whole action is going that way, and when it goes that way, it wasn't flippy at all. Look at the back of the left arm. Left arm led the whole way. The only reason he doesn't have a forward-leaning shaft is he's leaning so far backwards.
Mm-hmm. Which is his problem. That's standard problem for him.
Well, now, some things I like. Love your setup. Love how you put that tee back there for your club to go outside of. I love it. Grip looks pretty good. You walked in the right way. All the pre-swing stuff was pretty good. Look at the target. Eyes back. Outside the tee. Okay, so as you go outside the tee, I want you to keep a head cover. So when you go back upstairs, I want you to take one of those putter covers and put it underneath your right elbow. If you want to put a glove here underneath your left arm, okay, do so please. Okay, that's better with your right hip. It reversed a little bit. but not too much. I want that right hip to go a little more to the right. Okay? And now your left shoulder is going to go left, keeping. Now, I want to see how long can you keep that right hip close to that purple line. That line's purple, isn't it? Not bad. That's not too bad. The one thing, you know how to do these. Let me try that again. Do you know how to do the shadow drill? You know where your head moves to the right of the stick and then it moves back in front? I want you to please keep doing the shadow drill.
Okay.
Yes, I think the barn is haunted with a cow. You just heard the cow?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're haunted by a cow.
I was wondering what that was.
They don't know what it is. And this used to be a dairy barn, so I think it's a dead cow that this was its happy place, so it just returned back here. So I'm gonna put, it's a little outside, you're turning a little early, so you're gonna practice outside or inside?
We'll practice outside actually.
Okay, then I'm gonna stick a noodle, and I want the club to go out, turn, and as you move, I want the arm to drop down, and then you'll turn, missing that noodle. Okay?
Okay.
Because that's a little bit, swinging a little out to in, and
We want in to out.
and I'd rather it be end out. That is correct. Okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No.
Sounds like a cow, doesn't it?
It does.
That's too much knee flex.
Okay.
Almost zero knee flex.
You seem to be getting very shallow with the club. That one's not bad.
That's nowhere close to shallow.
Well, that one wasn't.
I mean, that's over the top.
That one.
I would rather see him two inside out right now
Okay.
than that. We're gonna put the noodle back up there.
That one was not shallow, but the other one's way is like.
All right, we're gonna go back with the head cover underneath. I don't want the arms overextended there. Pretty good footwork from there. I don't mind that. When Ryan finishes with that soccer ball, I'm gonna put that soccer ball right here. I want to keep this right knee in place. I don't want this right knee moving out. We want to keep that in line here.
Okay, so I'm swaying.
No, You said that, I didn't. Hip's not too bad, but if you take a look, and I drew a line from your right knee. You've taken your right knee and moved it outside of your hip.
So you're kind of blowing it.
So I'm going to put that soccer ball right here in between your legs. We're going to keep, this is going to keep the distance the same between your knees. What you're going to do is you're going to keep it here. You're going to go there. And then once you move your left shoulder in front, we're going to keep it here. And now right here, I want you to drop the soccer ball. How are you going to drop the soccer ball when you get there?
Because my left leg.
By taking the left hip, left knee, turning it left. Now that's how you're going to drop the ball. This is going to help you with your rotation.
Okay.
But I want to keep those knees in place. I want you closer to the ball, taking the knee flex out.
So you leaning back a little still too?
It's better than it was.
Marginally, if he is right there. It would be hard to get the knees out there and then to get on top of it, though. That's a pretty good job there, though. If you'll keep that stick back there, that'll take care of what little's there. Big thing I want to do is take that white soccer ball, put it between your knees. Left shoulder gets behind the ball. You're going to lead to about left arm parallel. You're going to stop. And then at that point, you're going to take that left knee. Once you get here, and that's going to drop. Here you go.
Watch him rush.
Yeah.
That's going to drop that ball. You're going to want to drop the ball this way. It's here. There is how you're going to drop it.
So get on the outside of your foot.
Do that again. Take it up there. Halfway down. And now drop the ball. There.
Sounds good.
So,
So
it's
what
the
you'll-
motion of this that's going to cause it to
The
fall.
left hip.
Yeah.
The left hip and the, so what you're gonna have to do, Matt, is you may have to have him make some practice swings, putting the club across his shoulder, put your finger on the outside of his right knee. So
Over
it
here?
does, yes,
So he doesn't go this way? with
that's
it?
right.
Okay.
And then you'll have to watch to make sure that he doesn't start squatting this way to drop it.
Yeah, well, I'll be behind him, so I'll just use one of the aim sticks on his right leg.
And then when you do that, you'll have to put it on the inside when he's actually hitting.
Okay.
Are his knees bent too deep to begin with when he first starts?
Yes, I said he's got too much knee flex.
Yeah, okay.
And that'll help too, because he'll be
Right.
able to.
That's not necessarily going to keep the where that's coming. I don't know. Maybe he's been watching some Elvis videos. I don't know.
Little hip action there, man.
Hire, by the way.
Thank you.
Bring
It's
your-
so
I need a
lovely to meet
phone.
you.
I need a phone to airdrop this to.
Oh, you're doing that?